world-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
It allows us to have 16 times the detail. It's hard to express how excited all of us at Bethesda are to be here with you today. We're so grateful you're spending the time, and we know you've waited a long time to finally see Starfield. It's easily our most ambitious game ever. Like our previous games, it's an epic role-playing game where you get to be who you want and go where you want. But this time, you'll be exploring space. So let's jump right in. This is early in the game as you arrive on the mysterious moon of Crete.
If you're not excited for Starfield, you may very well be a fake gamer. Starfield is that game that's going to no doubt have meat on that bone. Starfield is that game that we're going to be talking about for years to come. And if Bethesda plays their cards right, we're talking about not only Game of the Year contender, but possibly Game of the Generation. We're looking at Creation Engine 2. Starfield is the first game on this new engine, Creation Engine 2. Starfield is next-gen only on consoles, Series X, Series S, and of course PC. In addition to all of that, Game Pass Day 1. So there's not a $60 investment. So even if it is the next Fallout 76, like some would have you to believe, you're not spending $60 Day 1. What's not to love? There's nothing to lose. It's over, fake fans, it really is. But you don't care. You never have, and believe me, you never will.
Eagle's Lair coming through. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that. Eagle's Lair coming through, popping the cherry. And we are out here live, ladies and gentlemen. Starfield rumors are swirling like never before. Starfield rumors are swirling like never before. And it could be as soon as this week, it could be next week, it could be later in March, it could be next month, it could be the month after that. We don't really know. But rumor has it that Starfield is coming in June, I believe. And that is according to the latest word. And if that is true, they are more than likely going to want to pull that curtain back sooner rather than later here for Starfield. It's a big game for Xbox. It's a big game for Game Pass. Of course, big game for Bethesda as well. And there is a lot that they need to prove, in my opinion. I mean, Fallout 76, the masses, the normies didn't like that game, so this is their opportunity to come back and say, hey, we can actually make a great, memorable video game that's going to be played in 5, 10 years, 15 years from now. So that's really what I think Bethesda needs to do. They need to come out of the woodwork, and they've already shown the game off, but they have been pretty quiet since last year, I believe, nearly last year, when they first unveiled Starfield. And we looked at it a little bit last night just to refresh ourselves here. Yeah, and overall, I think that build that they were showing was actually not all that fantastic looking, to be totally frank. It was not all that fantastic looking, but that was 8 months ago, 9 months ago. So, you know, ultimately at the end of the day, there is time for Bethesda to come out of the woodwork and say, hey, by the way, now is our updated look at Starfield.
It's over!
Yeah, Triadic Bus is coming through. Hell yeah, by the way, appreciate that. Triadic Bus coming through.
Triadic Bus donated $5 through Super Chat. Starfield? More like Slopfield. I'd rather play No Man's Sky with a car battery hooked up to my hot dog. Todd Howard is pretty hot though, so day one fatigue.
Exactly. Todd Howard is not only hot, he's the best in the world at what he does. Todd Howard is an amazing human being, just extraordinary, and he has a vision. He's passionate about what he does. He's talented, incredibly talented. And as such, we have to go out and buy it day one. I mean, it's pretty simple. So, absolutely, Starfield will be a very interesting game to see here and how it plays out. And again, the reason why we're talking about it today is because there was actually a rumor that this was going to be shown off further today. Obviously, that didn't happen, at least not that I know of. But with that said, seemingly something is coming soon if the game is releasing in June. And according to the insiders and leakers and what have you, it may very well be coming as soon as June. I don't personally believe that because what they showed last year looked terrible, but, you know, they've had time to polish it up. They've had time to make sure it is the best that it can possibly be, and we will have to ultimately see where Starfield lands when it does release on Game Pass Day 1. Why you should be excited is because, well, it's Todd Howard, it's Bethesda, and, you know, I mean, imagine if this is another Fallout 76. I don't think it will be, but imagine if this is another Fallout 76. That would be so incredibly sad. And I don't think Bethesda can afford to pump out another Fallout 76, another game that promised a lot and under-delivered in a lot of people's eyes. Of course, art and entertainment is the... it is totally subjective. You might like a movie, someone else doesn't, or they might like a movie you like, or you know, it's totally subjective.
I steal popular names for likes donated $5 through Super Chat. Starfield is Bethesda's chance at redemption.
That's what I'm saying.
If Starfield fails, people will lose faith
Exactly.
in Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5. Todd Howard is attractive.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why this is a massive release, not only for Xbox, but for Bethesda. To say, hey, we can still do this, and we can still go, and we can still make this happen in a way that makes sense. So absolutely, because here's the thing. If Starfield comes out and it sucks, and it's another Cyberpunk, I don't think it will be, but if it is another Cyberpunk, guess what happens, folks? People will stop caring about the next Elder Scrolls 6, or whatever the fuck that shit's called, and Fallout 5 down the road. Sure, those are bigger IPs. This is a brand new IP. Okay, that's why it's exciting, actually, because it's not Fallout. It's not Elder Scrolls. It's a brand new IP that they've wanted to do for so long, and now they're finally getting to do it here. But if it is terrible, it's on Game Pass, and that's just ultimately what we're going to have to play it on, if it is terrible. If it's great, I'll go out and buy a copy for $60 and say, Todd Howard, fuck yeah. We're looking forward to the Elder Scrolls 6 now. We're looking forward to Fallout 5. But those won't even matter. Those won't even be in the conversation, because if Starfield is that damn good, it's going to be that
Nicky
damn
Butler
good.
donated £5 through Super Chat. Starfield looks like Mass Effect.
Oh, God.
But I don't think Starfield will be as loved as Mass Effect.
No, Mass Effect is overrated. Mass Effect was never good. I've never liked Mass Effect, and obviously it has a massive fan base, and that's great. But in my opinion, I mean, there's nothing with Mass Effect that... You talk to dinosaurs in that game, and you roam around, and you're on a spaceship, and everything looks... I don't understand the appeal.
Mass Effect Andromeda is the only good Mass Effect game. Now, you might sit there and think, well, Michael, that's not true. Sweetheart, it is. And it might very well be time to apologize to BioWare, because maybe you weren't ready for Mass Effect Andromeda. But now, as we pull that curtain back here in 2023, we look at Mass Effect Andromeda in an all-new way. And maybe it wasn't as bad as the internet thought that it was. And that's why today, tonight, for the very first time, we're jumping into the only good Mass Effect game, Mass Effect Andromeda. And we're going to see what this game has to offer in terms of the sights and sounds within the Andromeda universe. I mean, really, if it's so bad according to you and that hive mind-like mentality, then we'll still step in and we'll see if it's as bad as you proclaim. But believe me, it's not, because I tested it out just to see, and I played a little chunk of Mass Effect Andromeda, and I'm going to tell these fake Mass Effect fans something right here and right now. Mass Effect Andromeda is that damn good, and yes, indeed, it is time to apologize to BioWare. And what's happening now is they're taking the Mass Effect franchise, and what they're doing is they're taking the Mass Effect franchise and they're bringing Mass Effect back. But what's going to happen is that they're going to cave, they're going to bend the knee, and as such they're not going to have direction or vision on the next Mass Effect game. Because you see, this was the vision right here, Mass Effect Andromeda. All new galaxy, all new graphics, Frostbite engine. There's a lot to love here in this game right here, Mass Effect Andromeda, but you can't see that because you have your head up your ass. That's what's going on. And you thought, well, this guy right over here told me that this game's trash, Michael. I can't come out of the woodwork and tell you that it's amazing. Unreal.
Valentine donated $5 through Super Chat. This was a massive unexpected reality check.
We need to know, and we need to understand, and we need to come to an agreement in here that Mass Effect Andromeda is that damn good. I was blown away. I was blown away when I launched this game. Okay, graphically, this is on a whole nother level. And the controls were so fluid. The combat in this game is objectively better than the previous Mass Effect titles. Valentine coming through, hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that. Thank you so kindly, Valentine. This game needs a second look. This game needs a second chance. This game needs another opportunity from these very conservative Mass Effect fans. They wanted more of the same. BioWare comes out and they say, sweetheart, this is the future of Mass Effect. This is Mass Effect Andromeda. And when we boot this game up, we know that this game has a lot of meat on that bone. I mean, we're essentially playing Starfield here tonight. You don't have to wait for Todd Howard to deliver the next big disappointment. You can see 16 times the detail right here within Mass Effect Andromeda. The incredible team behind this game busted their back to give you the future of Mass Effect. And what did you do? You didn't accept it. Well, maybe take a second look. Maybe look at it from a different perspective, from a different lens, because you know what? This game's that damn good. At least on the visual side. At least in terms of the fluidity of the combat. I think a lot of people forgot about this game. And they go back to the Mass Effect collection that just recently came out, which was a total snooze fest. They destroyed those classics. But they went back to that version, and they sat there, and they said, wow, this is amazing. This is what we're clamoring for, Mass Effect Trilogy in HD. Really. But what you've done is you've told BioWare that you don't want the future of Mass Effect because you want to go play those old 360 games that have terrible combat. Because objectively, Mass Effect Andromeda has incredible combat. Okay, this is the most fluid, this is the most streamlined combat experience this franchise has to offer. I have the first one. I bought the first one when it came out. And it wasn't great. Now, the exploration was fantastic. And what they've done here in Andromeda is they've upped that. Because they've taken it away in Mass Effect 2. Or at least it was on the back burner. But now in Mass Effect Andromeda, we go back to the roots of Mass Effect. And with the new technology, this Frostbite engine, which by the way is running the Dead Space remake that so many of these shills shilled, this is incredible. It is time, in my honest, humble opinion, to apologize to BioWare. Mass Effect Andromeda is that damn good. But you don't care. And that's okay. But don't come crawling back to world-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life when you see that the industry is collapsing in real time because you didn't want to support the future, the vision that they had at one point 5-6 years ago for the Mass Effect franchise.
With Starfield, it looks it's Bethesda, you know, and if it's Skyrim in space, that outshines any of this Gears of War shooter cover stuff in this Mass Effect slop. No, Mass Effect was never good. I played Andromeda. That's the latest version with the best graphics and streamlined controls and things of that nature, and it still felt like shit. The combat still felt like shit. All of the Mass Effect games have terrible combat. I can't play those games because the cover system in Andromeda's trash. You roam up to the wall and it automatically takes cover. That's junk. Gears of War's got a better cover system than that, you know? So I was never big on Mass Effect, and I know a lot of people are, and that's fantastic. And I'm not saying you can't have your fun with Mass Effect, but I don't want this to be like Mass Effect. Please, for the love of God, I'd rather have this be like No Man's Sky than Mass Effect, but obviously this isn't going to be like No Man's Sky. Because I don't want it to be like No Man's Sky either, to be totally frank, but if I had to pick, I'd rather say No Man's Sky. However, with that said, you know, how many planets are supposedly here in this game? 800 planets, 600 planets, 500 planets? I can't remember. 200 planets? But 8 months ago, Todd Howard came out and said this is just one galaxy, and they're going to be able to go to these other galaxies and then explore these planets. And I can't remember if they're procedural generated or it's a mix between user-generated and procedural content. But nonetheless, it is Bethesda, and, you know, this is a big game for Xbox. This is a big game for Game Pass. This is a big game that a lot of people are anticipating. A lot of old-school gamers are looking forward to this. This is massive for the old-school gaming scene because Bethesda is Bethesda. This is the mainline studio. You have to remember that Fallout 76 was not the mainline studio.
Yo Mama donated $2 through Super Chat. Starfield baby, let's go. Woman
That's what we're talking
breastfeeding.
about. Your mama coming through, baby. That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate that. Your mama coming through. That's what we're talking about. And, you know, look, like I said, we are going to open up the Starfield hotline. If you want to discuss Starfield, you can call into the show and share your opinion, your take on Starfield. So we're going to open up the Starfield hotline here, and you can call into the show to discuss Starfield. So we're going to open up the Starfield hotline here. If you would like to call in right now, okay, and discuss Starfield, this is the Starfield hotline. You can call in to the Starfield hotline at 818-824-4937. Again, if you want to call into the Starfield hotline, 818-824-4937. You can call in right now. It should be working as the Starfield hotline is now online. Again, if you would like to call in to discuss Starfield, 818-824-4937, folks at home. 818-824-4937. The Starfield hotline is now available. 818-824-4937. That is the number to call on your telephone, and we will get you on the air right here for the Starfield hotline. But like I said, folks at home, today there was rumor that there was going to be brand new information regarding Starfield and that Bethesda was potentially going to announce a brand new showcase for Starfield. And as far as I know, that has not happened. It might have happened, I don't know. But we're not looking. And with that said, we just don't know. However, we are excited about Starfield, and if you are excited about Starfield, let's hit that like button because this game does have potential. However, what they showed 8 months ago rather, I wasn't jumping up and down, but if they come out of the woodwork and say, hey, here's a brand new look at Starfield and a more interesting look at Starfield, and they've made some smart changes to a lot of things, it could very well be that masterpiece that many people are clamoring for. Okay, it could very well be that masterpiece that we have been clamoring for so long. And I am not hearing anything here. So we're going to go ahead and see if this works. Hello, you're on the air. We're having some major problems here, I'll tell you what. Hello, you're on the air. Is this working? I can't hear a damn thing out here. Hold on, let's see if we can get this to work. This is incredibly sad here, okay? Oh, I'm not talking to anyone. Well, that's why I can't hear anything. Let's go ahead and take this call here. Hello, you're on the air. The Starfield hotline. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Michael. I was just wondering, who's paying you to talk good about Starfield?
Todd Howard is the best in the world at what he does, okay? We're not going to have this.
No,
listen here.
Todd Howard is the biggest liar in the video game industry.
It's the air.
Hi, I'm Scott from Arizona.
It's over!
Next caller. The Starfield hotline is online. And again, that number is
$1.99 through Super Chat. Xbox Store is getting an update as we speak.
That's what we're talking about. I'm telling you right now. This is happening right now. I knew this was going to happen. That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, but we appreciate that Midnight Shepherd coming through. Something is happening soon. They're going to be going all out here with Starfield, and that's what we like to see. You can call into the Starfield hotline right now, 818-824-4937 to discuss Starfield. We're going to ask you 2 questions. What's your name? Where are you calling from? If you can't answer that, we're going to go to the next caller.
Elden Ring DLC, Michael. Let's go, baby. Elden Ring. It's time. Nigger, nigger, nigger.
Get them off the air. If you want to call in the Starfield hotline, the number is 818-824-4937. And apparently the Xbox Store is updating. There might be an update later today. Who the fuck knows, bro? But like we've said, this is a crazy, crazy game here for Bethesda. And to see if they're going to hit that home run here with Starfield. As Fallout 76 did not. It just wasn't the meal that the gamers were clamoring for. When they were consuming it, they were like, well, Michael, this is the Big Mac, and we wanted to go to Burger King. And, sometimes that is what is ultimately, desired. However, you have to go in knowing that, Fallout 76 was a different beast, and Fallout 76, mind you, was not made from the main studio. Okay, that is an important factor that most people just don't seem to understand. Fallout 76 was not from the main studio. Okay? Let's go ahead and get this audio figured out in a way that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get this audio figured out in a way that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get this audio figured out in a way that makes sense. Can you hear me over the DM?
Yomar donated $2 through Super Chat. Audio cuts out on call. Caller audio fine.
So my audio? Okay, we're going to have to hang up on this caller here. We're going to have to hang up here on this caller, unfortunately, because we have to figure something out here. Again, if you want to call in, we're going to figure this out. It looks like the audio's having some trouble here, and it's so incredibly sad. Okay, let's see if that makes a difference. I doubt it will, but we'll see here in a way that makes sense. Advanced.
It's over!
Midnight Shepherd donated $1.99 through Super Chat. It is not showing up on the store when searched.
Yeah, Scott from Arizona. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Starfield. Yeah, they got 1,000 planets according to Todd Howard, 1,000 plus, but he said that some of them are going to be empty to be more realistic. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. Yeah.
So I'm not concerned with that, because if they have a handful, a dozen of planets that are, very in-depth and very detailed, and everyone's living their lives on the planets and what have you, that could be more interesting than anything that Mass Effect could ever produce. I mean, look at Mass Effect, bro. You can travel in Mass Effect to different planets and things like that, but there's no reason to, because you just drive the damn fucking vehicle around. There's nothing to see outside of some generic ass stuff like nothing. So.
Yeah, I don't like Mass Effect. But you know what has me concerned, and I wanted to know what you think about this, is that Todd Howard has already stated that we will not be able to fly manually down to planets or leave the planets. It's cutscenes. So, I mean, for me, that kind of kills a lot of it, but I mean, I'm still going to buy it. But what do you think?
Hold on, you're saying that you can't, so if you see a planet in the solar system, you can't just go to it?
Yeah, you can go to it, but it is a cutscene. You cannot manually fly down to the planet or manually leave.
What do you mean you can't manually leave?
You don't manually. When you leave, it's a cutscene.
Yeah. So it's not like No Man's Sky where you just fly right into it and then you're in transition.
It's not seamless. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that could be a little disappointing, but I mean, look, if it's great, it's going to be great. It's really a big question mark right now. Like I said, after Fallout 76 and all of this stuff, it's like it's time for Bethesda to come back and say, hey, we can do this is a massive release for literally every party involved, much more so than any Halo game could ever be.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think you can walk around your ship, but you can't manually fly down the planets or leave. So for me, that was kind of a bummer. As long as we can walk around our ships, that's cool. So. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for having me, man.
Arizona calling in. Let's continue the Hello, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? The Starfield hotline. Are you excited?
Dave from Philly. I would say I'm worried more than excited because the gameplay that they showcased was very lackluster. The guns looked very plasticky. They didn't seem like they were futuristic at all. The third-person animations are the same from Fallout 3. Where's that engine going to? Microsoft, where's that money that Microsoft is paying Todd Howard? Is it all going to his leather jacket? I don't get it. The only thing that looked good to me in that showcase was maybe the cutscenes and when you're talking to NPCs and what. I guess if that's like 80% of the game, but to me, Starfield looks nothing like a AAA game that you will find from Bethesda. I guess it's just Microsoft's way of making these games just, I don't know. Game Pass is really making these games just not what they were and not what they used to. I don't know. For me.
I watched it 8 months ago. I was actually at the Xbox Plaza watching the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase in LA. And I was sitting there watching it on my phone and I thought, you know what, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. But look, that was 8 months ago. And if this game, if they had more time to polish it, because the frame rate they showed was not fantastic. And, honestly.
Oh, yeah, no. It was definitely not 60 frames.
The picture quality, it was gold. It just looked soft.
Yeah, if that. Even the environment, they don't look good. I mean, it's just the guy walking on a barren wasteland, and what is there to do except, I don't know, I don't get it.
I agree. I'm tired of playing games where it's like, oh yeah, you can explore space, but there's no point because you're going to be bored out of your skull. I mean, in Mass Effect, there's no reason to really explore outside of finding shit, probably, right? They're a little fucking rovers. So in Mass Effect, it's like, well, the whole gimmick in Mass Effect is that they got a bazillion planets, and it's like, well, that's cool, they got a little seed generator. But with that said, it's not really that cool because...
Right. In Mass Effect, the only thing you're really playing for in Mass Effect is the story. If you're playing for gameplay, then you're crazy. Yeah, the narrative. And building relationships with characters. Yeah, going through the whole multiverse. Yeah. So I think Starfield in that regard is going to nail that because it's Bethesda. Hopefully Todd Howard has a thinking cap on, and he takes off the leather jacket for once and goes into the studio.
I'll tell you what, I certainly hope he takes that leather jacket off. Holy shit.
but man, if they deliver, I will definitely give them the praise, But to me, what they showed off really looked like a tech demo and an idea that they had that they showed off to Microsoft, and then they basically made the game from that idea.
I agree. I honestly don't even know if the game exists.
I don't think it did when they showcased that game. I don't even think they... Yeah.
It looks like they need a special demo for that showcase.
Yeah. And then when everybody got excited, oh my God, Starfield, that's when it was like, okay, this is what we have to do. I don't know, man. But that's not.
Here's why we can cut some slack on. It's on Game Pass day one, so it's like it doesn't.
Exactly. So I can't complain. And like how you said with the dollar deal, I get those like all the time. So as long as you're not buying it, they're going to want you to buy it.
That's how I feel with Atomic Heart. I would have never. Oh my God. Holy shit.
Right. These games nowadays, like you said, they're disposable. Like you play them for like a day, and
that's it.
They're just not the same. Like they don't I don't know, man. I guess I'm getting old. I'm 28. I've been playing games since I was fucking like 6 years old. So I don't know. I guess I'm getting old, but not even that. I'm playing the Sons of the Forest, and I'm kind of getting that feeling back of playing. Like, okay, this is, and that's not even a AAA game. So, but I give them that, like, man, a $30 game, and I'm almost got like 70 hours in that shit. So I'm getting my $30 worth. But it's Starfield $70, but these games are $70 now. These games are $70. It's something that's going to be tossed out in the week, like, or put on Game Pass for $1. So it's like, I don't know. Gaming is going downwards, and I don't know what can improve it. I don't know. The millennials are taking over. It's over. It's over, Michael. It's over. All right, Michael, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let someone else talk about this garbage game. All right, Michael, peace.
The Starfield hotline now online. We're going to keep it open for a few more minutes, so if you want to call in and discuss Starfield, you can do so at, what is the number? Oh, you guys are calling in because we don't have it on the screen. The number is 818-824-4937. So if you'd like to call in the Starfield hotline, 818-824-4937. Is the number one more time, 818-824-4937. You can pick up the telephone and you can call in the Starfield hotline here. And apparently they are updating the Xbox store, so much time in. I don't know, there's a lot going on out here. So let's go ahead and see if anything has updated. Let's go ahead and see. It's just one of those things. It's one of those things. I don't know why that does that. Something is lowering the audio to a point where it's not even. We have to fix this. We have to fix this here. I'm going to crank this up really hard. Is that a little bit better? Is that a little bit better? Should be a little bit better. Should be a little bit better. I don't know why it's doing that. It's so incredibly sad. Nonetheless, it should be a little bit better now. Starfield hotline now online. So we're going to go ahead and continue to take some of these calls here. Again, you can call into the Starfield hotline at 818-824-4937. And we'll see if we can get you on the air. If we don't have any audio problems or what have you. But it should be working now. Making sure that things are working, and then ultimately we're going to go over here and we're going to take see if we can get a new caller here. Hello, you're on the air. What's your name? Where you calling from? The Starfield hotline. Can you even hear me? Because this whole system is seemingly dilapidating and breaking in real time. Hello, you're on the air.
Sweet. Well, let me tell you something, Michael.
Who is
this?
This
is about to be the game of the fucking year. You want to know why?
Because
I've played this game already.
Oh,
I've actually
jeez.
gotten a chance to play the game already. Let me tell you what. There's buttons that even blink on the game. You haven't even seen a game like this. It is so advanced. You're going to shit yourself when you see this. Dude, you go to other planets, there'll be like caves and stuff. You can build fortresses. Like, it is just insane. Like, oh my God. Like, it is the most wild stuff ever. Yeah, I bet you can't even think of a game even coming close to this kind of level. This is game of the year. What do you think of the game so far? From what you've seen?
Well, it didn't look that good, but I mean, that was 8 months ago, so who knows?
Yeah, it's the shit. It is the bee's knees. When you pop this game in, when you get this early, all the gamer girls going to be on.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna be
I bet they
all
will,
over
won't
you.
they? Yeah, they want to come over here and look at it.
Yeah, hell yeah. You're going to look outside your window one day, and then they're all just going to be sitting there, Michael! Yeah, that's what's going to happen, because this game is the hottest shit around. This is game-breaking. Words can't even describe what this game is going to mean to gaming. Gaming has
How
just
much
been
are they
saved.
paying you to show this? Holy shit!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about at all. See, I don't know that guy leave or shill up.
Well, that's great because, they just say the same thing every video, so.
I'm telling you, game of the year. Hands down.
Amazing.
It's definitely going to be game of the year, and you know it. We all know it. Everybody knows it. It is just incredible. I can't wait to get my hands on it and make love to everything in the game. You want to know? A little bit about the plot line, since I've actually played this game.
Yeah, tell us what we don't know about Starfield, right? Let's give us this exclusive right here.
All right, world exclusive right here, folks. So, you start off on this weird, like, moonish planet. You're going. The first thing you notice is that there's a meteor strike that instantly hits it. It's just supposed to be like the coolest, like, effect ever. It is great effect. Like, this game is years above everything that's ever came out. Rockstar is going to be having to fire their whole squad and hire all these guys now. It's so after about the first 10 minutes, it takes about. The tutorial only takes about like 10 minutes. It's not too bad. It is showing everything, how to use your jetpack, how to fly around, and how to shoot people and stuff. It's just a typical thing. And then you start getting to explore these other planets. And there's even this one planet Sand Squinch. Oh my God, Michael! If you see these gamer girls on this shit, wow, game breaking, wow. And then, but the story is how are you gonna find your lost daughter? It's pretty much like Fallout 4, but kind of like flipped around. Like, where's your daughter? Like, it's you know how Bethesda is. They don't really know how to create a story too well. They just know how to create a masterpiece of a game. Story doesn't matter. And so you're just searching around, doing all sorts of crazy shit, and there's just everywhere you look, there's a new side quest available. It's like
Hey, Cyberpunk might have had some of the best side quests ever, but my God, this Starfield game, holy crap, I've never seen anything like it. I only played 30 hours of the game, and my God, like, it's, my mind is blown. Words can't even describe this. I am ready to go to the fucking moon. This is just crazy. Like, gaming has just been saved. It has been saved, Michael. Oh, man. This is wild. See, that's the whole story right there. Beat it in about 30 hours. Easy. Yeah, you still there?
I mean, I'm just blown away.
It is incredible, ain't it? Yeah, you're speechless. It is just the best thing I've ever experienced in my life. I don't. Like, this is better than even being there for the day your newborn son, your first kid. Right? Nobody wants to be there for their wife or their mistress on that day. Right? Everybody wants to be there when Starfield is coming out. That the baby's night, they're not even going to be worrying about the baby's first step and stuff now. They're going to be worrying about the baby's first time killing someone on Starfield or something. Hey, this is how monumental the game is. It has just changed the world. It is so crazy. Man. It's almost as crazy as that I'm on the air. This is wow. So, Michael, I'm sure I'm going to get in so much trouble now for saying that. I wasn't supposed to tell anyone. There's been so many non-disclosure agreements and stuff, man. You're going to get me in trouble. Yeah. Hey, it's worth it, though. It's worth it. The people need to know. It's greatness. Greatness in the making. It's coming out soon. Everything's done. Fixing up the bugs, making sure it's a little bit more like Cyberpunk. Hell yeah. Anyway, Michael, it's good. It's gonna be crazy. It's coming out in just a couple more months. Don't tell anybody, but yeah, it's here in just a few months. It's coming out. It'll be here before we know. The new trailer's coming up in about 2 weeks. Good stuff. It's gonna be a good day to be a gamer. Doesn't matter what kind of game you like, everyone's gonna enjoy this game. It was just made for the game. Gamers like you, Michael. But yeah, it's incredible. I know. When I played it and seen all that stuff, I was so speechless too. It's like, man, oh man, I can't wait to go back to Bubba. Kind of speechless. But yeah, I'm sure everybody is just like, after I just felt this, like, everybody cannot wait to play this game. I'm sure you have like 100 missed calls of people calling in right now. So it's crazy stuff, man. But anyways, I'm going to let you think on that stuff I just told you. Don't be telling anybody. It's just between the two of us. But yeah, I wasn't supposed to tell anybody, but yeah, it's going to be an incredible game. It is going to be crazy. And make sure you buy the deluxe version too. Buy the deluxe version. Don't even use it on Game Pass. Don't even bother with Game Pass with it. Give your money to the people. They deserve it. Deluxe version.
only like $90. Let's get it. But anyways, I probably need to get going, let you think about all that stuff a little bit to yourself. I know you're speechless. I need to go walk my cat. Have a good time. Probably gonna hang out with my boyfriend real quick, Todd Howard. He's a good man. Treats me right. But yeah, you have a good one, Michael. I love you. Love you, Michael. Speechless.
The whole system is broke. The Starfield hotline. Hello, you're on the air. What's your name? Where you calling from? The Starfield hotline is now online.
Hell yeah. My name is Paige Shill. I'm here to fulfill a request on behalf of a CD man. So let me just say one thing. Starfield is a masterpiece. Everything that Loud Guy was saying before, all of it's true. You can there's like buttons in the game, and that alone, oh man.
Who are these people? Is this really what Bethesda? I mean, they're just going to these. Holy shit! Hello, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Welcome to the Starfield hotline. You are on the air. Hello, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air. Welcome to the Starfield hotline. Hello, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air. You're not ready. Let's go find someone who is. Hello, you're on the air. Welcome to the Starfield hotline. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello, you're on the air. Clearly, it's not broken. We just talked to someone that was blitzed out of their mind. Hello, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Welcome to the Starfield hotline.
Al from New England.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate that. New England. What's going on over in New England?
Cold as ass out here. Fucking
Really?
cold. That's what it is. Yeah, very cold. I heard a couple people say something about Starfield not looking futuristic. That's because it's a NASA punk theme to the game.
Right.
It's not meant to look major futuristic. That's why the weapons, that's why your armor, everything looks somewhat relative. And the planets, over 1,000 planets, majority of them are pre-generated. But the teams went back into the planets and rebuilt them.
That's actually a great way to do that, to be honest. Have the computer figure it out and then go back in and refine them. That's a this is game of the generation.
It honestly is, because rather than having all those hours of somebody building a planet, like you just said, have them regenerate it and then go in and do it. And that's exactly
fine tune it. Yeah, fine tune it.
Yep, tons of side quests. And if you want to get technical, there are going to be dead planets. Because if you go look at Mass Effect, look at No Man's Sky, tons of dead planets that you can see. Mass Effect, you can't even go to half of them. You can look at them, but you can't even go to them. No Man's Sky planets are dead too. And on top of that, who knows that all the planets are populated by aliens or whatnot? How come you can't have a dead planet just to mine for minerals? You know? But thanks for taking the call. Have a good one.
Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate that. Hello, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Welcome to the Starfield hotline.
Hey, Michael. I'm calling from...
Hold on. You've called
Florida.
in before, haven't you? You're calling from Florida? Let's go, baby. Danny Duncan's down there.
Yeah, so...
What's going on down in Florida? Holy shit. I mean, it is cold up here, I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
it's pretty hot. But all I wanted to say was Game Pass is a great deal. Buy in for $1 a month. You can get access to...
Oh, my
games
God.
like
I mean, the
Hi-Fi
amount of
Rush,
shilling in here. What are you talking about, dude? Look, let me just say this.
Heart is out now.
Oh,
you can
jeez.
get Wolong Dynasty. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. What is there not to love about Game Pass?
Well, I mean, I think it's a great deal too, but I don't know if you're being dead ass. How much?
I have Game Pass. I've had Game Pass since it came out. I think Phil Spencer is the god amongst men. I mean, he is literally
You come
the
from
king.
You
of
came from
gaming.
You.
I disagree. But anyways, I just wanted to say that Todd Howard is the worst gaming executive ever. I think he makes... No, I'm just playing, man. Have a great day.
Hello? She don't love it is so sad. Well, now it's too loud. What the fuck? Hello. Okay. Well, it's so with that said, we're gonna take a few more calls, couple of more calls on the Starfield hotline. If you would like to call in, let's go ahead and make this happen. Again, the number is 818-824-4937. 818-824-4937. We've had a lot of shills here today, shilling this game. And look, I'm excited as everyone else is, but we're just going to have to wait and see. So if you'd like to call into the Starfield hotline, your last call is right now 818-824-4937. And you can call in and discuss Starfield right here on the Starfield hotline. Hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods as we are out here live on the road to the Resident Evil 4 remake. Taking a quick pit stop here for Starfield, as there was rumors today that Starfield was going to have some new tidbits drop, but that didn't happen. But maybe tomorrow, who knows? Hello, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And that's why she doesn't love. It is so incredibly sad. You have to listen for the number. I'm not going to repeat it. We've already said it enough. All right. That concludes the Starfield hotline. We will open up the lines some other time talking about Starfield, but for now they are closed. We do appreciate you calling in if you did call in. And again, we are anticipating, because rumor has it that Starfield is releasing in June,